When I was in the
Wait,
Navy.
he wants to record it.
Yes, I want to record it for posterity.
All right.
So you wrote it in the Navy.
When I was in the Navy on the island of Guam, we had a small singing group there. There were 7 of us. There were 7. We were all communicators, so we were the 7 Decators. And then one of us left the service, left the island, and we were the 6 Decators. Then the 5 Decators. And then we changed our name after the 5th left. We had to change our name. I forgot what it was, but anyway, one of the last things I wrote when I was
I'll bet you forget. There were only 4 of you.
Only 4 of us, yeah.
Right, I got it.
No, 4 Decators. No, no. I didn't say that. But
Very good.
then I wrote the 12 Days of Christmas for that singing group, and I improved it a lot and finished it up when I started the Caterwaulers at Williston Academy. And they sang it for years. And one of my Caterwaulers went to Princeton for college and took that song with him. And the Princeton Nassoons, singing group called the Nassoons, sang it and called it their own arrangement of the 12 Days of Christmas. They announced their own arrangement. We're going to sing our own arrangement of the 12 Days of Christmas. When I was in the audience, I could have said something, but I didn't. And so I sent them the copy of it, and they said thank you. And then a very interesting thing happened. One Christmas morning, I was watching TV, living here at the house just a few years ago, 3 years ago. There was a singing group on the Today Show. From 7 to 9 every morning, every weekday morning. And on Christmas morning they had a singing group from someplace in the Midwest, I forgot the names.
Straight No Chaser.
Yeah, yeah, you remember that. And they announced that they were going to sing their own arrangement of the 12 Days of Christmas, and they sang my arrangement on television on Christmas morning with me listening and saying, oh.
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. But they all...
And they put their own twist on it at the end of it.
They put their own song at the end of it. And I thought of getting the thing published, but the publishers would only take it if it had somebody else's song at the end of it. So I said, to hell with you. I don't care about the publishing part of the song. The song is now copyrighted to save ourselves because we've given it to a lot of other groups. So the school had to copyright the song. But composers get very little for publishing a piece of music. What gets most of the money from publishers is the publisher itself, because they have to make hundreds of copies of the piece. It costs them a lot of money, so they charge a lot of money for it. Publishers get all the money. The composers get nothing. So I don't care. I don't.
Fun song though.
Anything that I
It
write
is fun.
stays within my own, not my own possession.
Sure. Good.
Terrific.
Where it should be.
Thank you.
That's
What
cool.
year was that you wrote that piece, would you say?
Well, I was in the Navy from the last of the 50s until the first of the 60s. So it was sometime toward the end of in the 60s. So it's about 50 years old, or almost.
How did you choose the pieces that you would use for it?
Anything that was not sacred,
Okay.
except I put in one sacred piece. I forgot what sacred piece got in there somehow, but a lot of non-sacred pieces that were
Right.
Christmas carols and so on.
Yeah. When you arranged a piece like that, you have the melody, obviously. Would you then do one part, for instance, the bass,
No, I'd write all 4 parts at the same time.
at the same time?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Very often in counterpoint,
Oh, okay.
so one voice will imitate another voice.
Sure.
Not always. And I didn't use anything. I didn't use all of any song, just a
Right.
little smidgen of one song
Right,
or another.
right, and they all blend together nicely.
Well, we hope.
Yeah.
At the piano, or
No, I don't. I don't write at the piano. I can hear just as well as you can. If you you're a musician, so you could probably hear when you write or listen to music. You can hear it. Or read music, you can hear it. But a non-musician can hear the words of something he's reading, some English. You can hear it if you want to, but you don't usually want to. You don't usually care to, but you can. And any musician can hear the notes of what he's reading,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or he's not a musician. It's one thing you learn without even trying. You just know it. Part of being a musician.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have the original music that you wrote?
Somewhere.
Do you? So you think you have it?
I have it somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Interesting.
I think it's in this room somewhere. Maybe I'm part of that pile of music there.
Interesting.
Okay, we're going to pause now, and we'll come right back.